Hello, my friends. I'm so glad to see everyone here. Today, I want to talk about democracy and how some people try to sell freedom. Guess who does that? Leader of the country that pretends to be a leader in the European Union. You can type your guess in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss the video and share the information. You may send it to the people you know in text messengers or on Facebook. Your subscription is crucially important. So if you want to be involved, if you want to share the information, boost the channel, subscribe. It's your chance to help. To support me with this job, in the details down below, you may find my PayPal address. Now let's move ahead. So I think most of you guessed it was Emmanuel Macron from France. Let's see in detail what happened to Macron in the last month. First, there was an announced visit to China, and I was happy to agree with that the key from the war is in China. So more European Union managers should act more proactive with China to pressure them. So China should be neutral or support Ukraine and other democratic countries, because in fact, Ukraine is a part of the European Union and democratic society, which is approximately 80% of the China's market. So, as planned, Macron announced he will visit China at the end of March. The visit has been scheduled from 5th to 8th April 2023. During Macron's speech, the head of state then set out the goals of his visit. So the head of state means Macron. So what was the aims? To involve China in shared responsibility for peace and stability, to strengthen the Franco-Chinese trade relationships, to recommit a common framework of action on major international issues such as the fight against climate change and the protection of biodiversity. It all sounded good, and I was happy and supporting Macron's trip to China. However, it was completely different when Macron came back from China. There was no feedback about the war, climate change, and poor and unclear short mention that he had a deal about further development of the business between the countries. Almost forgot there was also an agreement to support a program to support a contemporary dance. Great results, important achievements, right? And there was one more thing told by Macron, and that was not announced before the visit. He said Europe has no interest in accelerating the conflict in Taiwan and should become a third pole independent of both Washington and Beijing. What means a third pole? Does it mean to support those who can fight against another invader in Taiwan? No. Does it mean to support those who can fight against another invader in Ukraine? I don't think so. Does it mean to support the United States, at least ideologically? So they could say, I mean, Macron could say, hey, I think Americans are doing the right thing. Or he could keep silence, but no. So what was the reason to say that? To say we want to be a third pole. I see the only one to sell democracy. It means that some of the financial contracts are linked unofficially to the promotion of the idea doing nothing to support Taiwan. It is the same like to say to China, you are more than welcome to bomb Taiwan, and we will do nothing with that and will promote the idea in the European Union. So some private companies in France got new contracts with China because of not supporting democracy in Taiwan, right? Who will benefit from that? French citizens or just a couple of families in Paris? Of course, regular people will be much poorer in France comparing to these days because of these short-sighted decisions. To support this statement, I offer you to look closely at the war between Russia and Ukraine. So just in 1 year, the French government wants to raise the retirement age in France because the goods in France became much more expensive. So large corporations like Danone, Activia, Elpro, Actimel, Auchan, Leroy Merlin, Adeo Group, Crédit Agricole, Sibbank, Sanofi, FM Logistique, Decathlon, Bonduelle, Lactalis, Yves Rocher, La Roche-Posay, L'Oréal, Engie, Michelin, and some others will keep earning money. Thus, 20 families in France will become richer. All others will pay more since the war between China and Taiwan may increase prices in the groceries and especially high-tech devices at least twice. I have to mention that not all the French companies are that stupid and greedy. About 5% of them left Russia since the war began. For example, Renault and Louis Vuitton. Giants. I'm just sharing with you the idea that cooperation with the countries that share wars all over the world can make a couple of companies richer, like Electrolux in Second World War. But in general, all of us will become poor. From my side, I condemn China's thoughts of starting a war in Taiwan, and I strongly support the United States of America in this struggle. I believe that if it were not for the United States of America, the world and first of all, the democratic countries would have been engulfed in chaos and dark times. So if you want to return to pre-war life, if you want well-being for yourself, if you want well-being for your children, support United States of America, support Ukraine, support Taiwan on the internet. Let your governments understand that you are asking to provide military aid to the countries that are defending themselves. Help us so that evil doesn't come to your home. Bye.